Hey, check it out, you guys. Check out how I figured out this Amazon entry this morning. I got in on Amazon and its companion, the ETF AMZN, right after the open, we kind of traded down to a former breakout point from yesterday, right? Remember, each red triangle is a swing high, and if we break out a measured move of it and trade back down, it has a very strong probability of bouncing. But I mentioned to Evo when he mentioned Amazon this morning, I looked at this chart and I thought, oh yeah, that is a beautiful breakout pattern. So I had this swing high over here I said to myself, okay, if we break 220, 260, I'm definitely taking a position in shares. And I actually got in a little bit early, and I got in at around 221 in the stock, and I put my stop right at the nadir of this candle because if we weren't going to break out, I mean, we already tried to break out right there, but we didn't quite get to the measured move that I consider a valid breakout, which is a measured move of the swing high candle. So we hadn't gotten to 225.90. We're still not there yet, but that's where I'm expecting we're gonna go. Next couple days, maybe even today. We're having such a strong move, and I mean, I looked at the futures when I was getting into my Amazon trade this morning, and the futures were just screaming higher after a fairly strong open. So I just said to myself, oh yeah, I'm trading the breakout, this breakout. This is such a nice tight consolidation pattern. And I'm not looking at the weekly. The weekly's not telling me that much, but the daily is beautiful because this level, 220, 2.6, had formed and then worked as a reversal, but we came down to this other level, this swing low that in a day and a half just got back to its apex again. So these swings, once they work once, they don't work over and over again. So I also took some Amazon October 17th 220 calls because this breakout works, and the calls were like $5.45 at a time. They expire like in 10 days. So, we're almost already at the money, and those calls are up almost 2 points. So I'm going to keep holding them and see how high we can go on this breakout now. What might happen, we might go up to 225.90, go a little bit higher, and maybe there's enough momentum. I mean, the market's so strong overall that we'll keep going up, but we also might retest 220, 260. You get retests a lot with swing highs, and that's also another entry. That's a nice pullback long, but we might not, right? Some of these breakouts they just keep going. I mean, the best breakouts just never even retest where they broke out from, and exactly the same price in AMZN. That's why I got into this also. I got in on this one. That's why I said it was going to go to 36.67 at least as my first target. So I got in when we were trading under 35.71. I think it was like 34.43, and my stop, or 35.43, and my stop was only 50 cents away, right? But I think this one's also going to go to if it continues, right? These are shares. I don't care so much. I'll let the shares ride, whereas my options, they expire next week, so I'll have to start thinking about where to take profits on those options. So shout out to Evo for finding this great chart and pointing it out to all of us this morning. And maybe some of you guys played it as well. I'm I know Evo didn't take the trade, or he didn't tell us he took the trade. So you know, I mean, there's so many trades, right? So you can't take them all. But this is just a beautiful consolidation pattern, high probability.